It was actually really quick. It was like I had applied to 17 schools and I just didn't know where I wanted to go, and it just kind of got narrowed down to URI because it had the major and the minor that I wanted. But I got there and I was not enthusiastic about it. Even in orientation during the summer, I wasn't enthusiastic about it. I didn't enjoy it. But I tried to keep positive. I got there, and then I had roommate issues like the first day that I got there, so I was already unhappy. I didn't like the rooming situation. I didn't like the living situation. I liked my major, but that's about it that I liked. And I just knew that I wanted to be somewhere that I was in love with. And I knew when I came home from the first break that it did not feel like home at all to me. I think my best friends were a little bit upset every time that I mentioned it. It made it kind of difficult because I didn't want to be all negative if they loved URI. I tried to not talk about it so much because they would just get upset that I was leaving. The application process was good. It was easy. It was easy to get a tour. The tour was amazing. They made such a good first impression. The only negative thing, and it is kind of a big negative thing, is that they don't offer any money to transfer students. So at URI, I had a big scholarship, and it wasn't as expensive. And then I come to Elon, and I know that if I was a freshman applying here, I could have gotten a ton of money. I could have been in a bunch of honors programs. But since they're a transfer, they don't treat you the same. You don't get any money. You don't get into any of those societies. So that was frustrating. My first week at Elon, orientation was not the best, but it was still good in the fact that I met a lot of people, and the transfers seemed to have common ground. They all felt the same way. I don't think we should be doing the same thing as freshmen because we're not freshmen, but we all feel the same uncomfortableness. Let's bond. A lot of transfers after the first day decided they were not going to come anymore, which is harmful for them. That you want them to meet friends too. They're just going to sit in their apartment without knowing people because they don't want to go through that orientation process again. So I think that it really needs to be catered to transfer students, run by a transfer student who knows what they're doing, and it needs to be different than freshman orientation because we are completely different. It was getting involved. I knew before I even came some of the things that I wanted to be involved with, and I did. And getting that experience of being on a club and having that family and that group of friends, that just changed everything for me. Because I tried to get involved at URI, but everything was a huge process because it was such a big school and it was so competitive for certain clubs. But getting involved in all those clubs and just trying things and going places that I might not feel comfortable, but it ended up being better, that was what made it feel more comfortable. I think that process of hating where I was, but sticking it out, made me grow as a person so much more. And it would be nice to be recognized. Transfers are we feel like we're forgotten. Like they say, freshmen, sophomores, and we're just we're transfers, it's a little bit different. So just kind of acknowledging the fact that we've gone through a lot that last year and we made it here would be a nice thing for transfers to feel appreciated and more welcome. I think that a lot of people are really hesitant about transferring because they don't want to go through that process again, and I did not want to go through that process again. But if you really know that you are not enjoying the place that you are, the most important thing is you want to be where you feel at home. You're spending all this money, you're spending all this time in college, it's worth it to start over.